Let's continue Mendel's experiments on pea plants. Previous class we began genetics. Let's continue Mendel's experiment on pea plants. Mendel's laws of inheritance is known as particulate theory. The theory of inheritance of Mendel, which is known as particulate theory, establishes the existence of minute particles or which is named as hereditary units. Or they are represented as factors. Now it's called as gene. So Mendel's theory of inheritance, which is particulate theory which shows that there is a minute particles. These factors are represented as a minute particles, or this factor is called as hereditary units, or they are called as factors. These all are same words: minute particle, hereditary units, factors. Nowadays it's called as gene. So which establishes in this forms: minute particle, hereditary units, factors and gene. He experimented on pea plants. Mendel's experiments, all these experiments in pea plants, garden pea plant. The name of the botanical name is Pisum sativum. So in this plant he experimented all his experiments and recorded. And in his experiments he performed experiments in the artificial pollination or cross pollination. Artificial pollination or the artificial pollination which is called as cross pollination. With true breeding plants or pure breeding traits or true breeding, or they are called as pure breeding trait strains. True breeding trait or pure breeding strain. The pure breeding or true breeding or the pure breeding is the breeding of plants as a self-pollination. Generation after generation it is carried out from the parent, same parent, pure breeding, self-pollination. So it shows the homozygosity. What is this homozygosity? Homo is the same continuously from the pure breeding line, pure breeding strain or the true breeding trait which shows the same parent. Generation after generation there will not be a cross. From the same parent, the offsprings are developed. So generation after generation, when the pure line it is selected, it shows the trait as a homozygosity. So in self-fertilization and cross-fertilization, what's the meaning of self-fertilization and cross-fertilization? Self-fertilization and cross-fertilization. In self-fertilization, the fusion of male and female gametes within the same plant. That means the pollen and the egg which is produced from the same plant and pollination taking place, fusion taking place within the same plant is called as self-fertilization. What is self-fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes produced within the same plant is called as self-fertilization. And cross-fertilization, Mendel's experiments in cross-fertilization, he explained cross-pollination methods. Then the varieties will develop. There are number of traits he has selected. Here in cross-fertilization, there is a term called emasculation. Emasculation. Emasculation is the removal of anther. In this particular plant, when he is undergo cross pollination, first he removes the anther of a particular plant. For example, there are two different plants. One produces white color flower, another one produces purple flower. First plant, he removes the anther, and the selected anther is dusted in another variety. That means if he removed the anther of white color flower, he dusted the pollen to the purple color flower of the stigma. So now this fertilization is known as cross fertilization, and he does not allow the purple color stamen dusted on the same plant. If it is allowed, it's known as self pollination. So that anthers can be bagged, or this anthers are removed from both the plant, and this white color anther, white color flower anthers are dusted on purple color stigma, and it is bagged with polythene cover. He covered without allowing another flower to dusted on the same. So emasculation, removal of anther, is the process is called as emasculation. So in this way he allowed the cross pollination and formed new variety, that is called hybrid. So his experiments are based on hybridization experiments. He produces a hybrid variety. Hybrids are formed. And Mendel chose 7 different contrasting characters for his hybridization experiment. What is hybrid? 2 different species are allowed to cross, and in the F1 generation there is a new variety is formed, is called as hybrid. So this hybrid is formed by selecting 2 contrasting characters. There are 7 characters he chose. What are the characters? Stem length. The stem length, the contrasting character of stem length is tall and dwarf. One plant is tall, one stem which produces tall, another one produces short. So tall and dwarf is one of the character. And pod, shape of the pod, inflated and constricted. One of the pod, it is inflated, it is flatted. Another one, it is constricted, like a wrinkles, constricted. Another character is shape of the seed. There are 2 different shapes, round shaped seed and wrinkled shaped seed. And color of the seed color is yellow color and green color, yellow, green. And the position of the flower, either the flower position axillary or it produces in the terminal region. Axillary region or the terminal region, position of the flower, that is one of the contrasting character. Then color of the flower, purple color and white color. Then color of the pod, green color and yellow color. So this is the Pisum sativum, this is the seed Pisum sativum. So this plant, he selected this Pisum sativum plant. So this is the seed of this plant. These all 7 characters are selected by Mendel. What are the different traits? These are the contrasting traits. The character is stem of length, pod shape, seed color, flower position, flower color, as well as the pod color. These 2 are the contrasting characters, dominant trait and the recessive trait. If he is selecting the contrasting character, one shows the dominant, another one is the recessive. Here if it is tall, tall is the dominant, the recessive character of tall is dwarf. Inflated is dominant character, constricted is recessive character. Round is dominant, wrinkled is recessive. Yellow is dominant, green is recessive. Axial position is dominant, terminal position is recessive. Purple color is dominant than white. Green, then pod color of the pod is green and yellow. Then there are some terminology. What's this? In genetics there are certain terms. What are the terms? Alleles, homozygous, heterozygous, dominant allele, recessive allele, hybrid. These are different terminology, different terms. What is meant by allele? These all characters, the character are known as trait. According to Mendel, it's known as trait or characters. Or these characters or contrasting characters, these characters are represented in the form of allele. These alleles contains genes. So the gametes are present within the alleles. So these alleles are represented as a pair of alleles. So it is represented as capital T. So here dominant character tall, the tall trait or the tall character which is represented as allele, there is a pair of contrasting character, either similar character or contrasting character. This is similar character and this is the contrasting character. So both are allele. This is capital T, this is capital T, small t, but these are represented in the form of alleles. And what is meant by homozygous and heterozygous? Among these two, the homozygous, the similar characters, similar trait are known as homozygous. These two, capital T, homozygous, same character. And these are heterozygous, which contains two kinds of gametes, capital T and small t. Capital letter which represents the dominant and small t which represents recessive. So this is the heterozygous. And dominant allele, this capital T is the dominant allele and recessive allele is represented as small t. So these all characters are regarding tall and dwarf, the stem, length of the stem. Likewise all these characters which are represented in the form of alleles. And hybrid, what is meant by hybrid? At the time of when you make a cross between two different parent or two contrasting character. For example, capital T is crossed with small t. Both are contrasting character. This character is tall, this character is dwarf. When you make a cross between two contrasting character in F1 generation, it produces capital T, small t. Now both the character are expressed together, but one will be expressed in the F1 generation. This is the F1 generation, this is the parent. And this is now called as hybrid. This is a hybrid. When you make a cross between two contrasting character in F1 generation, it produces a hybrid. So this hybrid, but tall, the dominant character will express in the F1 generation. So this terminology or two more questions. What are alleles? What are homozygous allele? What are heterozygous? What is dominant allele? What is recessive allele? What is hybrid? Now based on his experiment, based on Mendel's experiments, he proposed the rules and loss, and he proposed to based on monohybrid cross. There are monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross according to Mendel. This is monohybrid. Monohybrid, which means a single trait is under concern. Here the tall, the stem length, only one character is considered, and this cross is known as monohybrid cross. If it is dihybrid, there are two contrasting characters. Here only one contrasting character is present, tall and dwarf. Consideration of only one contrasting character and make a hybrid is monohybrid. Mono, you know the meaning, is single character, tall and a dwarf. Only one character is considered. This is monohybrid. Based on monohybrid cross, he proposed two different laws. Two different laws. They are named as law of dominant, dominance, and law of segregation. Law of dominance and law of segregation. What is law of dominant? Again the same example let us concern. This is monohybrid cross, based on monohybrid. Based on monohybrid cross, he proposed two different laws, law of dominance and law of segregation. In law of dominance, which explains that when you are crossing two contrasting character, two different character, contrast means it is different character. This is tall character and dwarf. When cross between these two, tall and dwarf, in F1 generation, it produces only one character. Here two gametes are present, capital T and small t, but the phenotypically it express the tall character. Dominant character will express in the F1 generation. The recessive character will not express. So only one character. So due to this monohybrid cross, this law of dominance explains only one, the dominant character, one character is expressed in the first generation, F1 generation, and both the characters are expressed in the F2 generation. See, this is F1 generation. When you make a cross, self cross between this capital T small t and capital T small t, in the F2 generation, it produces here capital T small t, capital T small t. So in F2 generation, this is the hybrid capital T small t and capital T small t. It produces capital T, capital T, capital T small t, capital T small t, small t, small t. So it gives in F2 generation, it produces one tall is to two dwarf capital T small t is to one small t small t. Here tall it is capital T capital T. 1 is to 2 is to 1 genotypically, but phenotypically this is tall, this is tall, this is dwarf. So it produces this tall, this one tall, tall, this is tall and this is dwarf. So it gives 1, 2, 3. 3 is to only one dwarf, 3 is to 1 ratio. So according to dominance, in the F1 generation, one character will express, that is dominant. Capital T small t is present, but the dominant character will express in the F1 generation, and these two characters will express, capital T, the tall and the dwarf will express in F2 generation. That is law of dominance. Then what is meant by law of segregation? The alleles which consist of the alleles which contains both the characters, dominant and recessive is present. But at the time of gamete formation, the gametes do not blend. The alleles do not blend each other. At the time of gamete formation, look at this. Here is the parent. This is the parent. And in this capital T, there are two alleles, two gametes, similar gametes. So, capital T, here one gamete and here small t is the gamete. But in this allele, capital T, small t, what are the gametes available? Capital T and small t. So, at the time of gamete formation, these all segregate together. There is no blending of gametes. At the time of gamete formation, in the allele which consists of tall and dwarf, both the alleles are present, both the gametes are present. At the time of gamete formation, these gametes are segregate each other. There is no blending. It can segregate, capital T and small t. How many alleles are present? At the time of gamete formation, these gametes are segregate each other. So, that is law of segregation. So, based on monohybrid cross, these two laws which is based on monohybrid cross. So, what is monohybrid cross? There is only one character is considered, that is stem length. Stem length, only one contrasting character, tall and dwarf. Based on this, it gives the ratio 3:1 ratio, and based on this, there are two law of dominance and law of segregation. I hope you understand this. Let's see monohybrid cross in detail in the next class. So, once we review what you learned today, first the Mendel's experiment on pea plants. There are certain terminology. So, first you learn what these are, alleles, what is allele, what is homozygote, these all are 2 mark questions. And what are the characters Mendel selected in his garden pea. These are the characters, 7 contrasting characters he selected: stem length, pod shape, seed color, flower position, flower color and the pod color. Finally, based on this monohybrid cross, he proposed 2 different theories. They are law of dominance and law of segregation. Thank you.